Hey, we're here at the clubhouse. These are the guys that went on the Iron Butt. I got Gimp, and I got Henry, and I got Paul. Jason and his girlfriend couldn't make it, but this is just like an after-action report kind of thing. We're going to talk a little bit about the ride, what you thought beforehand, and what you thought afterwards. We'll tell some funny stories. There was some funny stuff along the way. And those of you that don't know, we went on a 1,000-mile bike ride in 24 hours around Lake Michigan. And we got back in 21. We came in third out of 9. So we caught a lot of rain. We caught traffic in Chicago. We caught traffic in Milwaukee. And then in the UP, it started raining. And it rained all the way across the UP. And then we stopped at the bridge for a couple hours. And then we came over the bridge and we rode excitedly all the way home. But yeah, it was a good time. Did you guys enjoy it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck
fun.
Not
Yeah.
the aftermath.
Well, you know, we had some incidents before we started. You know, I mean, things happen. You know, Kim's bike fell over, but you know, then we rolled, man. We were rolling like 90 miles an hour to Chicago.
Yeah, I wanted to see how my bike rode in the horizontal position. The answer's not well.
What'd you guys think about it before you did it? I mean, did you think it would be like unbearable or
No,
nah?
not at all. I figured it'd be smooth sailing and maybe a little back pain.
I was thinking I was gonna lock up. You know, I was worried about me, my hips, my age. You know, because I'm 63 years old. You know, and yeah, I've been wanting to do this for 30 years. Just never had the opportunity until Indian came along and said that and then we had this rich history of it. You know, we had guys doing this back in what's the first year? 12, 13. It was on that poster. I think so. Yeah, I got some extra pictures that Suit gave me to show you later. Then we got up to Green Bay. And somebody else dropped a bike, I think. Was that in Green Bay?
No,
No.
that was Marinette.
Marinette. Okay,
Yeah.
so that was right on the border with
Welcome
Michigan.
Center.
The Welcome Center. Oh, the Welcome
Oh,
Center
yeah.
was where it was at.
Yeah.
Yeah. That, so what'd you guys think of the rain? You ever rode and stuff like that? I
That's
mean,
the longest
did
I've
it
rode.
did it
Yeah.
like scare you, intimidate you, or?
Doing 80 in it was kind of different.
Yeah. I rode in the rain, but not doing 80 miles per hour for about 2 hours.
We did. We
Not
did.
when I couldn't see you.
I couldn't
Yeah.
see the road.
Oh.
Kim couldn't see the curb.
I saw the floor.
Well, no, that's
reached
so.
it.
If you guys want to talk about that, go right ahead. I didn't know how much I wanted to bust him out on it, but fillet him for all I can.
All right, I guess I'll start and then the roasting can start.
Okay.
We got up into Marinette and storm starts, and so we decided to pull over, get our rain gear on. I wish this was like a badass story, but it's not. We get all our gear on and waiting for everybody to go in front of me. I'm kind of just making sure everybody stays tight, you know. And instead of focusing on what I need to be doing, I'm focusing on what they're doing. And catch the curve. I was only doing like 15, and caught it, went down, and got a nice cracked rib to go along with that. But we were only 400 miles in, so I wasn't stopping.
The way we had this set up is so I was the ride captain. Then I put these two guys in the 3 and 4 slot. Jason Brandt rode up beside me, and then I put Gimp in the number 5 to make sure everything was connected. And him and I had comms on our helmets, so we were constantly talking to each other. Like when we went to change lanes in Chicago, he'd take the lane first, so that way everybody was clear, and then the rest of us would slide over. So I had him in the back, and yeah, Henry, you and I and Jason rode for a bit, and then I lost comms with you, and that's when I pulled the 3 of us over,
Yeah.
and I turned around and I rode back, and at that point, here these two come going the other way, you know, so I turned around, and when we stopped at like the next gas station,
Yeah.
we crawled up underneath some awning, and it was still another 10 minutes down the road. You know, I mean, we were out in the sticks, and we stayed underneath that awning for a good half an hour, 45 minutes.
Right.
Because I was really trying to make the stops like 15 minutes, like I'd seen on YouTube and shit. But then I realized, shit, these guys vacation too. So, you know, we want to have some fun doing
And that
this
ended up
too.
being like the second to longest stop.
Yeah,
Just because
next to the
that-
bridge, right? Because
Yeah.
when we took off from there and went across the UP, it just rained the whole time.
Yeah.
It was a really beautiful place and it wasn't freaking raining,
Yeah.
you know.
And if it wasn't for Paul turning around, I would have been playing a long game of catch up.
Right.
Find everybody.
Because
You know, all of us started to go, and I happened to look in my mirror, and I seen boom. And I was
Right.
like, ah, shit. So I revved at him. Y'all didn't hear me, so I pulled back over and went hustling back in my rain gear
to help him.
to help him up and make sure he's good and everything. And we got back on the bikes. I watched until he hit that curb again to make sure he was in the road,
Uh-huh.
and then here we go taking off, and here
Right.
you were.
Right. So, yeah, we stopped at that. I was worried that we were gonna have to call an ambulance or, you know, something for you, man. I mean, he was really in pain,
Oh.
you know. But he was like, "No, I've come this far. I'm gonna finish it." And I was like,
I'm halfway.
All right.
It's the same distance that way or this way.
"You know what I mean? Yeah, right."
Yeah.
By that point, you're almost halfway in.
Yeah.
And if you want to ride through Chicago again
During the day.
during the
It
day.
goes in the rain anytime.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the ride was actually really nice up until, you know, I'd say about 12 hours.
Uh-huh.
Because that's when, you know, that muscle pain and fatigue started to set in.
Right. Yeah.
Just
We were to the.
And
we were
green.
by the bridge by
Yeah.
that point. I think we were at that place till like noon. You know, we stayed there a good hour and a half because I wanted to make sure we were watching our phones and stuff for radars.
And everyone's phone said something different.
Yeah, no kidding. But
Glad
the
it
bridge
stopped,
was cool
though.
going over. I didn't think it was as big of a deal as I anticipated or
No.
remembered it. You know.
He the whole time was doing this.
Yeah.
The grades.
You were looking. Yeah, I did that too, man.
Somebody told me to look. I don't remember who it was, and I was like, okay, I think it was you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were like, looked. You said look down, but I couldn't, so I
Uh-huh.
look over.
Yeah, I always remembered it was just like one section of grate, but it was a lot longer than that. The left lane, you know, it was graded all up there. You know, this once we came down, I thought about taking us around by like Cross Village and Petoskey, but I thought time was getting away from us, and we thought we had made up the distance by doing all the detours in Milwaukee. Remember?
yeah, with all the detours we ended up hitting, we thought, you know, that had to add 100 miles to everything at least, and we ended up losing about 100 miles that we had to catch up on later just by going up and down the friggin' toll road.
Right. To get our 1,000 for the final bit of it.
Which is still weird because his bike and my bike had different mileages at the end. I never hit 1,000. I was like 979 or something.
Really?
But I went the same place you guys did.
You know what
That's
it was?
weird.
My wheels were on their sides.
Yeah.
They were on the sides. That's funny. So, yeah. You ever gonna do it again?
Spaced out. I'll take a couple
vacation,
days.
yeah.
Go see some things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not the rain.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Like I said, I've been around the lake twice before, but I took 3 to 4 days to do it.
Right.
You know, I took the tent, I camped, stuff like that. You know.
Yeah, I don't ever want to do it in such a condensed time frame.
Yeah. Not as a
No.
challenge.
Yeah. That was a
I already know I
challenge.
can do it.
The only way I'd contemplate it is if I did what Jason did and rented a bike.
Right.
It was
Brand
full
new.
dresser, brand new, every
Uh-huh.
amenity, cooled seats.
Because I guess the Iron Butt does have a 1500.
Nope. Hard pass.
What's the other one they have? I think they have a coast to coast in 50 hours. Yeah.
That actually kind of sounds cool, but
It does sound great, man.
Shut your hole.
We're riding. We're going to go out to San Diego next summer. So the Nationals is in San Diego.
I'll do that, but we don't have to make it there in 50 hours.
Right. We could take 2 or 3 days to make that. But
2-3 days. 2
That's
days,
50
only
hours.
48. So.
yeah, right. No, 3 days. 3 days. Shit, maybe 4. What the heck, you know?
6. It's 6.
So yeah, you guys glad you did it? Had a good time?
Yeah.
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 Yeah, I'd do it again, just again, not the small time frame.
Sure. All right, folks. Well, that's it on the Iron Butt Alumni Association here. I tell you what, these two guys, troopers, man. You know, we all did it. Even Em and I had great comms on this thing the whole way, so we kept the pack communication, and nobody got way far back and lost and stuff like that. So it really worked out well, and I think we all had a good time. So that's it for now. Semper Fi, out.